All right, folks, it's here, the BeatBuddy 2 from Singular Sound, the long-awaited sequel to the world's first pedal drum machine. Imagine having a drummer you can control with your foot. Start the groove, drop in fills, hit accents, switch from verse to chorus, even throw in a breakdown, all hands free. And here's the kicker. This drummer won't show up late, won't argue about the set list, and it definitely won't drink all your beer. In fact, the BeatBuddy 2 even has a sobriety setting so you can decide just how drunk your drummer gets. No six-pack required. This is as close as it gets to having a real drummer at your feet. Now, before we get too carried away, let's clear up what the BeatBuddy 2 is not. First of all, this is not a traditional drum machine. You're not sitting there programming loops directly into the pedal. The BeatBuddy 2 is a performance tool. It plays back beats from its song files, and you control them live. If you want to make your own beats, just fire up software like GarageBand, Ableton, Pro Tools, or Easy Drummer, export the MIDI, and load it up with the free BeatBuddy Manager online. Now, second, the BeatBuddy 2 is not an effect pedal. It won't change your guitar tone. Those input jacks are just there so you can run your instrument and the BeatBuddy into the same system without needing a mixer. Your tone stays your tone. The BeatBuddy just keeps the beat. Bottom line, the BeatBuddy 2 isn't about twisting knobs. It's about putting the power of a drummer under your foot in real time. Now, I want to show you how easy it is to operate this. Now, look, I've got this, the left and right coming out. This is a stereo drum sound you're getting. I got this going out to my DAW right now. And you can go to the menu here. Look, first you've got a button, drum set. So you can easily change the drum set. You can change your tempo with this button. And then here's your master volume right here. So you can turn it up or down very easily. Now, in order to try different styles, you go up here to this folder. You can scroll up. And you've got all the different styles available. And I'm going to show you how to operate this, how easy this is to operate. And obviously, you would put this on your pedal board. I just selected the funk setting, and we'll hit enter, and boom. And you could see unpause. You would unpause it by pressing this. And there's your groove, right? Now, if I want to fill, there's a fill, right? If I want to pause, I stop, kick it back in, right? If I want to go to part 2, I just hold it down. See here, there's part 2, right? Now, if I want to go back, hold it down. There we're back. Now, as I'm playing it, if I want to fill, another fill. It's that simple to use. Now, if you want to stop it, hit stop, right? And then we can go here. We go back to different styles. And just so you can hear some different sounds that it can do, you've even got metal in here, dude. So we could hit metal, boom, metal 1. That's part 1. If you want to fill, another fill, another fill. Hold it down, transition back to the first part. That simple. Pause it. We'll try something else. We'll go to another style. We'll scroll down here, and let's say pop. Let's go to pop. These are things that you would probably use on a gig. Here's pop 1. Killer. That's a killer groove right there, man. If you want to fill, killer groove. Hold it down to go to part 2. Variation on it. Want to fill. Hold it down to go back. Boom. It's that easy. Hit that to pause. Now look, if you unpause it and it's too loud, boom, you could just bring it down like that. If you want to speed it up, just like that. You want to change the sound? Hit that. Now you got a rock sound with a pop feel. So there's a lot that you can do with this to get your own sounds, your own grooves, your own beats, and you can customize all of this to make it work best for you. And if you want even more control over your BeatBuddy 2, and who doesn't want more control? Well, you've got the Singular Sound SuperSwitch, which gives you so much more control over accents and fills and parts and stops and starts and all of that. And man, you combine this with the BeatBuddy 2, and dude, you could just tell your drummer to stay home, dude. Now, just to show you how easy this thing is to work and operate, man, this is great as a pedal to have a drum. If you're doing a solo gig or something like that, man, you set up your songs in here. You get all your files organized, which you can do online in their app. And you simply press this, and it plays the beat, right? It'll play it through your system, play it through your PA system would sound best, but you could run this into your guitar amplifier. Know that if you're running different channels on your amp and you've got a distorted channel on there, that's not going to be the optimal way to run this. The best way to hear this is through its own PA system or its own full range system, because these are professional grade drum sounds. Now, you let the track play, and if you want to hear fill, boom, you touch it once, you get a fill. When you want to go to the next part, which is usually, ride cymbal, you hold it down, it transitions, boom, it goes to the next part. You want to transition again, boom, you hold it down. You want to stop the song, boom. It's that simple. Now look, in order to go to a different song, you could just scroll down here, and this was in the punk thing, but look, you've got all these different styles of music. It goes all the way from ballads to blues to Brazilian to brushes, country, drum and bass, funk, hand percussion, hip hop, jazz, Latin, marching, metal, odd time, oldies, pop, punk, R&B, rock, reggae, and all these different things. And here's the deal, man, you can, once you get this, you can set this up so that you can use it on your gig. And there's even a sobriety setting. So if you want a little bit looser feel, you're used to playing with the drummer who's maybe had a couple of pops, when you can set it for that. But for me, man, I love the way this sounds right out of the gate. I've had plenty of drummers show up after a few pops. I like the sound of the BeatBuddy 2. This is a great practice tool. It's a great live tool for if you want to play a gig as a solo performer, which there's tons of people doing gigs like that. This is also something great you can write songs with. You can practice at home. You can practice playing with real drum sounds. This isn't a drum machine per se. This is a drummer in a box. This is like having a drummer at your pedal board. And I think this is a super cool pedal. Now, you can also get more out of this by adding different foot switches, so you can increase the amount of things that you can change on the fly. But man, just as a simple grab and go, have a beat to be able to play a song to live, man, this thing is awesome. All right, that's been my demo of the BeatBuddy 2 from Singular Sound. I'm going to put a link in the description below where you can get one yourself. This is a great tool for every musician to be able to go play solo gigs, to be able to practice at home with different grooves, to be able to write songs, and have something that you can operate hands-free. Instantly stop and start, instantly add a drum fill, instantly switch from hi-hat to ride cymbal, and pause it when you want the song to end. This is an incredible tool that I think every musician should have in their arsenal. So check it out, the BeatBuddy 2. Hit that link in description and give it a try yourself. I think you're going to love it.